Expecting to see from this Syracuse offense?
They got a lot of guards that kind of just want to go, kind of what we call do him offense. They'll run those stuff, but eventually they'll break plays off and try to go get theirs. Not saying they're selfish or anything, but they're capable of making plays for themselves. They got a great shooter, guard coming in. He'll shoot it from anywhere. He's kind of like a Trey Young, Steph Curry. Off the dribble, doesn't matter, catch and shoot anywhere on this court. But I'm just expecting to see us go out and have to be able to guard, really guard our yard, guard our man, and I think we'll be able to get a win if we do that well. So.
They run a 2-3 zone. How much have you seen that at the collegiate level?
Not too much. You see teams like Iowa who will go in a press and then sometimes fall back into a 2-3 or even a matchup zone, but I haven't really experienced that. Maybe a little bit last year in those early games or freshman year in those early games, but I haven't really seen too much someone who's consistently in a zone. So it'll be fun to play against one.
What's the key to executing against the zone?
I think get the ball into the middle. I've been in the middle a lot during practice, just spraying, making the right plays. People, when the ball goes to the high post, get to the corners, ball goes in the corner, they're going to trap that. So kind of staying away from those trap zones. They're real lengthy. Just having the right people in the proper spots as well. Kind of having a triangle in the offense. That way you can look high-low, you can look skip corner, and having that man in the middle who can facilitate. So
you might not see many teams slower than Virginia, but Syracuse is going to try to play slower. Did you learn any lessons in that Virginia game on kind of how to play if they want to play that way?
I think we shied away from our press, and I think that's what has made us successful. I think we wear teams out in that press. UCLA, I think we wear them out, and we didn't really fall into that press. So I think our press is going to speed them up. You look up after getting into the press. Like I've talked about it before. There's a four-man at the top of the key, and they're trying to get into their offense with 17 on the clock. So it just speeds teams up, wears teams out. We're 10 guys deep. Some teams are 7, 8 guys deep. So just wearing teams out, speeding teams up, instead of having to go at their pace is what I learned from going against Virginia.
You mentioned that facilitator role that somebody could play on your team with the 2-3 zone that they have. Do you think you best fit in that area?
Yeah, I think guys like me, Ty, really I think we could put anyone in there. Even yesterday I got a catch at the high post, and they match up. The top two guys, they'll go find a man. So I got the ball in the middle. I can back it out. We can interchange. There's a play I hit the wing when I was up top. RJ flashed to the middle, facilitate. So I think guys like me and Ty can really do it, but I think it's all interchangeable. I think guys can really step up and showcase that they can do it as well. So.
Coleman, what have you seen on film from their big guy, Jess Edwards? What kind of challenges on both ends? It seems like he's impactful in the paint.
Yeah, definitely a shot blocker. I think stat was 95% of his shots come at the rim, something like that. So I think he has tremendous length. He's gonna bother passes, make passes hard, go after every shot. But we're not gonna shy away from it. We're gonna have to get shots up on the rim. Maybe get him in foul trouble. And even their big man who comes off the bench, motored up guy, going after every rebound, going after every shot fake. So just attacking the bigs, we're not going to shy away from that, attacking that, and even putting them in spots where they're going to have to commit to me, and we'll be able to facilitate from there. So.
Does Dane play a big role in that, you think?
Yeah, I think Dane is definitely capable of making passes as well. And if he's not doing that, holding seals on the backside, getting opposite in that zone if someone flashes from one way, holding that low man opposite, and even his rebounding, he can impact it on rebounding. They're not a great defensive rebounding team, so yeah.
Brad talks about you being a trigger in the offense a lot. How has that role kind of felt like in the system after being here for a couple weeks?
Yeah, I think it's been good for us. I think we're improving on it a lot. Last week in practice, we had the ball popping like crazy. So I think like I think I shot 2 shots last game. I think I really try to focus on just getting the guys to move the ball and get a catch and not hold the ball and stand, or hold the ball and then everyone's looking at me. I think it's just when we work so much better when the ball is just popping and screening away. And like I said, it's truly unguardable when we're all connected, kind of like the Warriors. It's just kind of a structured chaos in a way. So, yeah.
I know Brad kind of talks about you kind of maybe getting some influence from them. How much do you kind of watch them or NBA teams to kind of get a sense for what you want guys kind of do out there?
Yeah, watching the Warriors, watching Draymond, the way he can speed dribble up the court, the reads that Steph Curry makes with him, it's Klay Thompson, everybody, Andrew Wiggins, they're all connected. Those slips, we've seen a couple of slips in our when I have a catch at the top of the key, getting to layups. I think Sky had a lob to Sky on some slips. I think just being connected in those parts, I think it's really going to help us down the line. Like I said, we just have to really be connected. It can't be predetermined. It has to be in the moment and just connected. So.
Coleman has cutting down on the turnovers, been a focal point in practice. And what do you got to do to improve that?
Yeah, for sure. I think, like I just said, like it's sometimes I think I'm a play ahead of some people, and that's what TA kind of explains to me sometimes. I'm thinking ahead, and we're not on the same page. They might see something different. But I think turnovers are we'll definitely cut down on turnovers. I think sometimes we get a little too sped up, or we kind of make the home run plays, and that's on me as well. But I think turnovers is going to be a big part of, especially going into Big Ten play when it's a 1 or 2 possession game, and you're not going to be able to turn the ball over 20 times. So I think it's going to be a huge part for us, but I think we'll definitely slim down on those turnovers.
So this is going to be the last year of the Big Ten ACC Challenge. What's it been like playing in those games the last couple of years? I mean, obviously went to Duke and got a win, and got a win here too.
Yeah, it's always been fun. Even seeing the Big Ten, whoop on some teams. I've always cheered for the Big Ten, but it's always been fun seeing where the conferences are at and just competing in the early stages, and then seeing where the teams end up, after later in the season. So it's always fun to see early competition between conferences.
I mean, this has been going on longer than you've been alive. But
Yeah.
when did you maybe first, maybe know that this was sort of like one of those early season events?
Yeah, I think kind of when I was in high school, I would hear about it and be intrigued in it, and then once I got here, it was more like, okay, like let's go pop these teams, and pop these ACC teams, and just rooting for teams, cheering them on. And then I think that freshman year when we got the win at Duke, I think that was huge for us too. So I've known about it for a while, but being a part of it, it's a much better feeling,
So you disappointed that it's going away?
I wouldn't say disappointed, but I mean, there's going to be new challenges for us. But we'll see. I wouldn't say disappointed, but we'll see what's headed in the new direction. So.
You mentioned Edwards previously, how he's a focal point for you guys. He had 21 rebounds last game. Is like how aggressive he is on rebounding? Do you look to maybe you and Dane specifically to counteract that, or is it more of like a team effort with like the guards also being really aggressive rebounding as well?
Yeah, we're gonna have to gang rebound. It's gonna be an effort from all of us. And if we're not grabbing the rebound, we're gonna have to be driving guys out. Then maybe a guard can run in and get a rebound. But they also take a lot of threes. Like I mentioned, they have a guard who shoots a lot of threes, who can shoot it from anywhere. So long shots, long rebounds, those guards are going to be out there guarding guards. So we'll have to chase balls down and gang rebound, and I think we'll be all right.
Thanks, Coleman.